We'll celebrate our soldiers at Unite for Troops.
We'll get ready for the holidays at the Irving Arts Center.
And we'll attend the 5th Annual Legacy Gala.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Derek Thompson.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and can I be more excited? Welcome back to the show, Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, it's always good to be here.
Yeah, well, it's always great to have you. So we're getting ready for the holidays. You have any news you want to share?
Well, for Spectrum readers, coming January, they're going to see a new size in their mailbox. So it's going to be larger, so we might have a chance to include more information. So just want to give our viewers on About Town the inside scoop.
A little heads up, we always like that. And I know that you did something kind of special, the City Employee Recognition. You were the MC par excellence.
Yes. You did it last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Year before, yeah, I did. So much fun.
And I had the opportunity to call your name after celebrating X amount of years with the City of Irving.
Took a few. Yeah, we'll let it go at that.
But it was an honor, great time standing up there and celebrating employees who do such a great job day in and day out.
Yeah, it's an honor to work with all my fellow city employees.
Appreciate it, Kathy.
So we're so glad that you could be here with us, and we want to give you some news on the Salvation Army Super Lunch.
We'll also get the details on the Las Colinas Symphony Orchestra season, Symphony Treasures, and we have a little surprise in store.
Yeah, we do. As always, we invite you to email us and let us know about stories you'd like to see and events you'd like to promote.
So please go ahead, email us. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org.
Unite for Troops is a grassroots event started by Steve and Cindy Porter to support our men and women in the military. Now in its 14th year, the event continued its important mission, celebrating our soldiers and honoring our veterans with a day of remembrance and fun. Here are some highlights. Record attendance at this year's Unite for Troops was the first indication of how much the event has grown, but the biggest indicator, the way the need has grown.
Hey, we're in Africa now, or we're in Iraq, we're still in Kuwait, or we're in Afghanistan, and so they have contacted us.
Darlene Dean is the Unite for Troops coordinator. The team has been busy responding to those calls for help from far and near.
Like Camp Dyer, it's a new facility, 250 beds, but they have no twin sheets or blankets. So they're sleeping in their sleeping bags.
So they've collected linens and toiletries and snacks to ship overseas.
The items have been donated, and we separate them out. Then they take a care box, and they individually go get to fill up the care box.
It costs Unite for Troops about $20 per box to ship.
So we want to get it as heavy as we can, and sometimes the toiletry items don't add that much, so that's when we add candy and stuff like that as a filler. So I tell them, shake it up good.
Porter's Army-Navy store has hosted Unite for Troops every year since 9/11. Founders Cindy Porter and Steve Porter are notoriously camera shy, but they are relentless in their passion to help our soldiers. That help might come as comfort, like this flag ceremony.
Every year we have a flag ceremony, and the Boy Scouts or our troop that honors those flags cuts them up into strips, and then we have somebody read about what each color is, and then the veterans and the Boy Scouts and whoever will take turns and burn it into it, and that is the proper way to destroy our American flag. It is a ceremony of thanks.
The help might also come as an opportunity to let their hair down and just have some fun. The event has drawn others in the community who want to help our soldiers and vets, like Rachel Herrera with the Project 22 documentary.
And we want to let our veterans know that there's help and there's hope and they're not alone. They go through so much there and when they come back. And, we just need to let them know that there's hope and there's help for them.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting. You can do your part to support our troops. Visit unitefortroops.com to learn how.
City of Irving department heads got into the spirit of the season with a little friendly competition at the Irving Arts Center. About Town's Amshi Stevenson has more.
Trees, ornaments, presents, frosty, and bagpipes? Christmas arrived early here at the Irving Arts Center.
As part of our team leadership workshop, all of the city department directors are here. Our team building workshop is to decorate Christmas trees. It's a competition between 4 groups. All 4 trees will be on display during our holiday open house on December 4th.
But there is no competition without rules.
Each team had to supply all of the decorations. They're all based on a theme.
And this year's theme is Holiday Movie Magic.
We chose Frosty the Snowman for our movie theme, and you can see that we've incorporated some of the City of Irving pictures in there, some of the Frosty Winter Wonderland theme in our pictures, and we also have cookies and milk for Santa.
It's Nightmare Before Christmas, and so we went with a Jack. We used 3 of the main characters. We used Sally, his girlfriend, and Zero, his dog.
So we've gone with the classic, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Dr. Seuss classic, the old version, the original version, and the newer version. And so we've got actually our tree topper, which is meant to be Cindy Lou Who's hair. That was inspired by, I think that's the right way to describe it. We've got all sorts of Grinch memorabilia throughout the tree. We've got the Who's from Whoville, singing the song. You all know the song. We've got a lot of departmental representation. So we've got, of course, the magic red tag nobody wants to see, unless, of course, it's got a Grinch on it. We've got all sorts of goodies from the HR department, water department, rain gauge. The Grinch is stuck in here, that's his hat. Well, yes, that does look like City Manager Chris Hillman. I don't know how that happened.
Another rule was trash talking, which was allowed and highly encouraged. But there were only 2 teams that did just that.
I think we have won already. This was a great project, and I think it should be an annual tradition.
Do you think your team is going to win?
I do. In fact, I better get back over there and help them.
The other teams didn't quite catch on to the trash and trash talking. Instead, they admired the hard work of the other teams.
There's some good-looking trees in this room. I think we're going to get Miss Congeniality.
The Irving City Department directors decided that all of the presents brought in as props for the contest would be donated to the toy drive afterwards.
This is an opportunity for us to give back to the community, and we chose to donate the toys to the Public Safety Department's Blue Christmas initiative and toy drive. So all the toys go to needy families.
2 of the art board members will be judging this year's tree decorating contest, but what's a Christmas celebration kickoff without an ugly sweater competition? And with my snowman by my side, I think I got this. It turns out my sweater wasn't ugly enough. And with all the seriousness of work, the directors agreed that it was great to loosen up and kick off the holidays with some fun.
It's a great opportunity to get together and bond and have some fun and have a little friendly competition too.
This is so much fun. We had a great time, especially with everybody kind of splintered all around the city trying to figure this out remotely and all show up together and just put it together. I think it came out like we thought it would.
So this was a really great start to have all the directors at the Irving Arts Center today.
All 4 teams were given awards, but there could only be one winner. It came down to which team wore the most ugliest Christmas sweaters. And with that being said, Team Rudolph and the Island of the Misfits broke the 4-way tie. The Grinch had the best tree topper, Frosty the Snowman had the best use of items, and Nightmare Before Christmas was awarded most thematic. As the Irving Arts Center prepares for the holiday season, Todd Hawkins reminds us that when we work together, we can solve any problem there is, big or small.
When we can work together on trees, it's much easier to work together for the citizens of Irving and being able to provide the services and be very aware of what's going on in the city and work together to solve it.
This is Amshi Stephenson reporting.
Now you can create a little of your own holiday movie magic at the Irving Arts Center all month long. Visit irvingartscenter.com for the schedule of events.
The Salvation Army Super Lunch is coming up fast. Joining me with the details are Ed McCarty and Major Stan Carr. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming down today and giving us a little background on this wonderful event. Let me start with you, Major Stan. The Super Lunch is a fundraiser for the Salvation Army, but the Salvation Army uses that money in a variety of ways. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. The Super Lunch generates revenue that we use for a number of programs here in Irving. Everything from helping to fund our Boys and Girls Club to social services, people who are in need of rental assistance, utility assistance, to help provide food on a daily basis for those who are hungry. There's just a wealth of programming that we use this money for.
I'll tell you that in this studio, not 2 weeks ago, there were a couple of young men talking about how much the programs in the Salvation Army helped them. And now they're grown up with their own kids and doing really well. So it's real important for us to remember how much the Salvation Army does right here in this community for people in this community.
Yeah, it's this time of year especially, Of course, Christmas, we have our Christmas kettles out on the angel tree. We actually have registered over 1,400 families, which is over 4,000 children that will be receiving gifts through the Salvation Army just in Irving alone this Christmas.
That's great, and that's why the Super Lunch is so important to help fund these programs. So Ed, will you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen at the Super Lunch? I know you've got a great guest speaker.
We do. We have Babe Laufenberg, used to be on Channel 11. He's now the color commentator on the radio with Brad Sham. We have a silent auction, we have audible auction. The silent auction, we have an unlimited supply of gifts for our silent auction.
That's great.
We think it's going to be a fun event, and hopefully we'll raise a lot of money for the Salvation Army.
Great. Can you give us some details? When is the event taking place, and who do we need to call to get tickets?
It's Monday, December 14th, starts at 11 to 1 o'clock at the Irving Convention Center. You can go online or Facebook or Twitter. We also have the Salvation Army email, and you can also call the Salvation Army and make your reservations and send a check in.
That's excellent. Major Stan, where would you like us to, if we're going to give you a call, if we're going to check a website out, can you tell us about that?
The website would be the salvationarmydfw.org, and there's a link to our page there that shows the Super Lunch, and there's opportunity to order your tickets there. That's probably the easiest way. If you want a telephone, I have to look up the number. It's 972-438-6553.
All right, wonderful. And to take advantage of some of these great programs that Super Lunch is helping to fund, what do we need to do? If you know a family that needs assistance, or if you want to get involved in the Salvation Army?
Give us a call at that same number. We'll be happy to talk to you, find out what your need is or what it is that you would like to do to help us, and we'll make it happen.
All right, fantastic. Folks, that's the Salvation Army Super Lunch, December 14th. Kicks off at 11, and if you are not looking for a good time, then don't go to this. But if you are, this is the place to be, yes?
That's right.
Right.
Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate
Our
it.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Derek.
The holiday movie season is in full swing. Here's Susan Kamyab with a look at The Night Before and Creed.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the borough the children were snuggled, their presents wrapped.
'Tis the season for holiday films. The question is, which ones should you be spending your money on?
It's about 3 dudes, 3 bros, 3 ride-or-die homies.
Gentlemen, 14 years ago to this very night, I lost my parents. And you guys have been with me every single Christmas. But tonight, we have decided to end this tradition. Chris is just too famous to hang out with us anymore. And Isaac's about to have a baby.
You have been such a rock throughout this whole pregnancy.
For those looking for a laugh this Christmas, Seth Rogen's latest comedy, The Night Before, is the perfect treat.
To the end of an era. I think the cocaine and the mushrooms are reacting poorly.
You look insane. Only your right eye is working.
Do I look weird now?
Rogen, alongside Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie, play 3 lifelong friends who are looking to spend their final Christmas Eve together at the holy grail of Christmas parties. This leads to a chaotic, unforgettable night that includes shocking revelations, self-discoveries, and some surprising cameos. Though the film features cliché holiday plots and an almost unnecessary love story, the stars of The Night Before provide enough humor and wackiness to entertain the audiences the whole way through.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm freaking out about having the baby. I'm supposed to be a rock, but I'm not a rock.
How wasted are you right now?
Hallelujah.
Not that kind of church.
No. Who's that guy?
What guy?
The guy on the cross.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Is that what they think we did to him?
Yeah.
Can they tell I'm Jewish?
Yes. Your sweater. Don't you dare throw up in here. Swallow it like a girl would.
I need a barf bag.
No barf bag. Is it still happening? It's still happening a little.
We did not kill Jesus. We did not do that.
Now, if you're looking for drama and nostalgia, Creed is the stocking stuffer you need.
He's right over here. We had to separate him.
Fans of the Rocky franchise will be thrilled to know that the latest spin-off of the story is a knockout.
Your father was a great man to me.
I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, I think you could be great too.
Adonis Johnson, the son of Apollo Creed, has come looking for the former world heavyweight champion Rocky Balboa in hopes that he will train and mentor him. Michael B. Jordan is captivating as the driven young fighter looking to get out of his late father's shadow. But it's Sylvester Stallone who steals the show and is now getting Oscar buzz for his return as Rocky. I must say, I can't really stand Stallone in practically any of his other movies, but the actor shines in this role he was clearly born to play.
This kid's been nowhere, he's never faced nobody. You don't know nothing about me. You a false Creed.
You do this, you're going into a storm.
What's wrong with you? Hey, somebody help! Rocky's sick.
I found life in the darkest of times.
If I break, I ain't gonna fix it.
I found life.
Everything I got is moved on, and I'm here.
You're sitting there crying about nobody's around for you. I'm here for you every day. I'm standing right in front of you.
Creed is an inspiring and emotional film that will leave you wanting more. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab reporting.
Bring back everything that's ever hurt you. All the pain you had inside. They don't know what we've been through. You belong here.
The Night Before and Creed are currently playing at the AMC Irving Mall and Regal MacArthur Marketplace. For more of Susan's reviews and interviews, check out thischixflix.com. A special guest joins us in the studio today. Laura Ospina with the Las Colinas Symphony Orchestra brings us a little something special for the holiday. Thank you so much, Laura. Bravo! The 5th Annual Legacy Gala benefiting the Irving Schools Foundation was a wild night at Madagascar. Susan Kamyab was there to bring us the story.
Welcome to the 5th Annual Irving Schools Foundation's Legacy Gala.
Things are getting wild this evening at the Four Seasons Las Colinas as the Irving Schools Foundation is once again raising money for Irving ISD.
Our theme is a wild night in Madagascar. So we have a live snake, a live lemur, a live hedgehog. We have face painting with African tribal paint. We'll have African dancers here shortly that will do a performance on the stage. We will have African storytelling. It's all in the theme of Africa.
The gala also featured a silent and live auction with items donated by sponsors.
We're going into tonight with $350,000 raised in sponsorship dollars. So our goal is to raise $100,000 tonight.
Guests were also served a delicious African-themed 3-course meal.
The salad will have a fruit medley with fruits that actually come from Madagascar. So they use a lot of mangoes and a lot of tropical fruits. And then the dinner will be mushroom risotto with braised short ribs and cauliflower, which actually is very popular in Madagascar as well. And then dessert, which we're all most interested in, is a vanilla bean, which comes from Madagascar. And it's a tart, a vanilla tart.
And though the night is about raising money for the kids, it's also about celebrating a job well done by those involved.
I mean, after all the work that we've done all this year, now we're bringing everybody together, everyone that's contributed, all of our sponsors, the community, people from the school district. It's all about celebration, and that's really the most exciting part of this. Is the gala is like the culmination of a year's work.
A wild night at Madagascar proved to be a successful and festive charity event. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab reporting.
Now, to learn how you can help, visit irvingschoolsfoundation.org.
The Las Colinas Symphony's 2015-2016 season is full of symphonic treasures, as you've already heard. And Bethany, Towne, and Laura Ospina join me with the details. Ladies, thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
And
Thank
Laura, oh my.
Thank
you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about the concert that you have coming up soon, Bethany.
It's Holiday Treasures. It's Saturday, December the 19th. We'll feature baritone Theodore Carlson. And we will also perform Johann Strauss Jr.'s Treasure Waltz, Wendell's Jerusalem of Gold, along with Coleridge Taylor's Christmas Overture.
Oh my gosh, so everybody's going to be absolutely in love because this is all gorgeous holiday music. I want to ask you, Laura, to talk about that music from the perspective of someone who plays the cello so beautifully. Are you looking forward to anything in particular?
During the whole season, you have a lot of treasures this season. Always the holiday season concert is very special because the people who come to the concert, we have more people always. Mm-hmm. The music is fun. It's not that difficult in many sense, and we have fun.
Yeah. And sometimes
Christmas.
That's what you want. You want something that feels right and has a beautiful quality, because classical music doesn't always have to be complicated to be beautiful, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, Bethany, give us a couple of ideas of what's coming up in the rest of this Symphonic Treasures season.
We'll start the new year with clarinetist Brent Bohemy's performance of Copland's Clarinet Concerto.
Great.
And we will close the season with a return performance by pianist Stephen Buse.
Okay, great. So I want to ask one more question before I ask you details about the holidays. Laura, if you wouldn't mind. So in the rest of the season, you guys will have some guest artists, obviously. Is there something different about playing when you've got a guest artist, or is it just business as usual for you guys as the musicians?
I think it depends how good it is. Mm-hmm. Sometimes because it's really good, so the orchestra gets very excited. But it's always like a teamwork, because he is the soloist and we have to do our best to the final result of the rehearsals and everything goes well.
Well, that makes sense. Before I let you go, let me ask you about this. I want to know what it means to be a principal cellist. Is that comparable to being a band geek here, first chair, in the band or whatever?
Well, you have like more responsibility because first we have principals rehearsals by ourselves. We put the bow in, so you have seen your orchestras, everybody goes the same way.
Yeah.
So we do that.
Okay.
And then we rehearse first. And then when it's with the full orchestra, the communication between the conductor and the orchestra goes from the conductor to the principals, and we kind of expand the everything he's asking us for to do. So most of the people in the section are looking the conductor and also at me in the cello section.
Sort of like this is validation. Yes, I'm doing this right.
Yes,
Okay,
we should
good
be
deal.
together.
All right.
That's the goal.
Great. Well, so now I know a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, the next concert, which is Holiday Treasures, is
December 19th, the Irving Arts Center, 8 o'clock.
All right, good deal. Folks, for tickets, you can call 972-252-ARTS. Ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
On loan from the National Geographic Society, the exhibit Polar Obsession features work by Paul Nicklin, one of the most celebrated wildlife and nature photographers in the country. You can catch the exhibit through January 31st in the Dupree Theater lobby. Here's a look and a list of way too cool things to do about town. And here's a list of events to get you ready for the holidays happening about town. Kick off your holiday season at the Irving Arts Center's 23rd Annual Holiday Open House. The fun starts at 5:30 on Friday, December 4th. Following the open house, Lightwire Theater presents A Very Electric Christmas in Carpenter Performance Hall. That starts at 7:30 p.m.
Irving Police and Fire present the annual Blue Christmas Chili Cook-Off. That happens Saturday, December 5th at 9 a.m. in Heritage Park. And make a complete day of it with the Children's Christmas Parade. That kicks off at 4 p.m. in the Heritage District. And then the Holiday Extravaganza at City Hall after the parade. Visit irvingevents.org for more information. And I think that wraps up this week's show.
That's it.
I want to thank you all for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for, I need a drum roll here, don't I? The annual About Town Kids Holiday Special.
Irving kids take over the show and bring us highlights from the chili cook-off, the Christmas parade, and more.
Yes.
All from a child's perspective.
We'll leave you tonight with more from Laura Ospina. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Derek Thompson. Have a great evening, About Town.